crystals work. And I can tell you that I have had an experience to prove it, and there's no way you can deny it. I've got quite a bunch of crystals. This one in particular. This is an amethyst, and it's a very particular look and shape. It has sort of like an egg shape to it, and it has this shape on the front. It's like a shape right there. And it's really dark in color as well, super dark. When you shine your light on it, when I shine a torch, you can see that it's really purple, and it almost has this face in it. It's got eyes, nose, and like fang teeth. This is the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. Let's look up amethyst and I'll explain all about the amethyst. Amethyst is an extremely powerful and protective stone with a high spiritual vibration. It guards against psychic attack, transmuting the energy into love. A natural tranquilizer, amethyst blocks geopathic stress and negative environment energies. Its serenity enhances high states of consciousness and meditation. Amethyst has a strong healing and cleansing powers and enhances spiritual awareness. Traditionally, it was worn to prevent drunkenness and has a sobering effect on overindulgence and physical passions, supporting sobriety. It overcomes addictions and blockages of all kinds. Used at a higher level, amethyst opens to another reality. Amethyst is extremely beneficial to the mind, calming or stimulating as appropriate. When you meditate, it turns thoughts away from the mundane into tranquility and deeper understanding. Mentally, it helps you feel less scattered, more focused, and in control of your faculties. It enhances the assimilation of new ideas and connects cause with effect. This stone facilitates the decision-making process of bringing in common sense and spiritual insights and putting decisions and insights into practice. Mentally, it calms and synthesizes and aids the transmission of neural signs through the brain. It is helpful where insomnia is caused by an overactive mind and protects against recurrent nightmares. Amethyst enhances memory and improves motivation, making you more able to set realistic goals. It can help you to remember and understand dreams and facilitates the visualization process. Amethyst balances out highs and lows, promoting emotional centering and dispels anger, rage, fear, and anxiety, alleviating sadness and grief. It supports coming to terms with loss. Amethyst is one of the most spiritual stones, promoting love of the divine, giving insights into its true nature, and encouraging selflessness and spiritual wisdom. It opens intuition and enhances psychic gifts. This worked. For it to make sense, I'm going to have to tell a story. I had a friend, it was my best friend, but it was not a good relationship, unhealthy. And I didn't see that initially. He ended up getting a fish tank, and I gave him a crystal gift to put into this fish tank. I go over there and hang out all the time, and one day this had rolled out of my pocket, obviously, and I didn't even know it was missing. I thought it was in my car or in my pocket. It just didn't even occur to me that I'd lost it. And one day I was looking into this fish tank, just looking at the fish swimming around. And the fish tank is so important because I basically helped it get set up. I was like walking to get the fish. I was like there when he filled it up. I gave him the crystal to like put in there. And then I was looking in there and I saw this like nestled in amongst the like plant life. It was like half hidden in the fish tank. And I just looked at it and I recognized it immediately. And I thought, what is it doing in there? And I said straight up, I was like, is that my crystal, you know? And the response was one of like, no, I found that. Like the lie started immediately. And I said, oh, it looks really similar to the one that I believe is mine. Can I get it out and have a look? Because if I shine the light in, I'll be able to tell you if it's mine. And it was just like, oh no, like I found that, like it's not anything. And I was like, get it out. It ended up being like, get it out now. Because I just felt like something was really off, you know? It's one thing to take your friend's crystal that you may like, but then to like lie about it or to try immediately deny it. This is where something was wrong. And I got out the crystal and I shone the light into it exactly like this. And I basically showed, and I was like, look, it's got a face, you know. He lashed out immediately and started with another lie. He said, my friend gave it to me. We found it when we were out. My friend gave it to me. And it was like the lie just kept changing. And I was like holding this crystal. It was back in my hand. And I could just feel it was wisdom. I can't explain it. I was like, this crystal has found its way back into my hand. And it is coming with a chance to see the truth for what it really is. Like, I'm basically being used, disrespected, and lied to. And that was the last time I saw that person. I basically gave him a chance. I said, you've obviously made a mistake. You know, you've decided to keep the crystal and it's not yours. And like, just accept what you did. And it was just like complete deflection, throwing it back in my face. Like I did something wrong. And I just felt like something had been stolen from me. And somehow it found its way back to me with a lesson. And that was when I was convinced that crystals work, because this could have been gone. It was on the bed, it was wherever it was. He could have taken it and put it in his pocket or hid it in a box. But for some reason, he felt compelled to put it in the fish tank. And in some way, I ended up seeing it, which also couldn't have happened. I could have just been stoned just staring into the fish tank and not even noticed it or whatever. But it came back to me with a lesson. And I'm telling you, that's how I can prove that crystals work.